Jai Shri Mataji. A very good morning to everyone. Let us all bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Mother Kundalini and put Bandhan. Let us place our right hand towards Mother Earth and the left hand on our lap. Shri Mataji. Kindly balance our left channel. Shri Mataji. Kindly establish pure desire on our left channel. Now let us place our right hand on our lap and the left hand towards the sky. Shri Mataji. Kindly balance our right channel. Shri Mataji. Kindly take away all the excessive heat on our right channel into the ether element. Let us now place both our hands in our lap. And let us try to bring our attention on our Sahasrara. Shri Ganesh Mantra.
साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः।
With our attention in our Sahasrara, let us now listen to Shri Mataji's speech.
For example, when Arjuna was fighting in the war, he said, how can I kill these people? They are my brothers, they are my sisters, my relations, uncles. How can I kill them? Sri Krishna said, they are already dead. You are not going to kill. So, how are they dead? Because they are on the side of adharma. So they are already killed. But you are on the side of dharma, and if you fight for dharma, then even if you die, you will be saved. Now this is stretched too far in many scriptures also, which is very absurd. Like saying that if you die and bury yourself, it's no soul they talk of. Bury your body, then from the body, after 500 years, your body will come out and you will be saved. After 500 years, what will remain of the body? Such absurd ideas there are in these three religions: Christian, Jews, and Muslims. That's why they bury people. Now, burying people means you are occupying the land and also keeping the bhoots there. I was surprised when I first came to Paris that in the center of Paris they have got such a big cemetery. Naturally, people drink here because most of the drunkards are sitting there inside the graves and they are inciting them to drink. It's very surprising that in the West, they have such absurd ideas that when you will be buried, then you will be resurrected like Christ. Just imagine. Christ was resurrected between 3 days. He died on Friday, resurrected on Sunday morning. Not even 3 days. But if you keep somebody for 500 years, who is not even Christ, if Christ's body is different, what will come out of it? And so they are burying people. Only realized souls should be buried. Not every common person. Because they still have their desires, they still want some things, their souls might be hanging around there. You see, that body. So why should you keep the body in a place for years together? Then after some time, they'll dig it up and make houses there. And all the booths must coming in the house. So to understand dharma, we should also understand how we are going to deal with the death of general people and the death of surgeries. Only if you are dharmic, it is not sufficient. There are many people who don't do anything wrong. They're very austere type, something. But they are not in balance normally. They are very hot-tempered. If they are not hot-tempered, they are absolutely recluses. Sit in the Himalayas like that. But those people who are dharmic in the real sense of the word, once they ascend to the state of Virat, then only they are the people who should be preserved. Their body should be preserved. Because the dharma from the Navi goes to your brain. And brain supplies to all the nerves the energy of the spirit. So the whole body of a realized soul is full of vibratory awareness. If such a body is buried, you can even get fragrance. And from a distance you will know that there is some saint being buried. If you remember, there are 7 photographs of mine where the light is falling on me. That was a village called Miyaki Takle. They told me that Mia, one Sufi saint, died in this place, so he is buried here. Immediately I felt the vibrations. And when I was sitting on the dais, I saw him in the form of light. And he started throwing light on me. And I was very happy, but when I stopped, he stopped. He didn't become a bhoot. No, he did not. He became the light. And wherever it was necessary, he showed his presence. So we are following some dharmas. In Sahaja Yoga, you are supposed to follow Vishnu principle. You have to follow Vishnu principle. You cannot say that, Mother, we cannot do it. For example, Vishnu doesn't like smoking, tobacco. He doesn't like. He doesn't like alcohol. He doesn't like these drugs. He hates drugs. He doesn't like many medicines that human beings are producing. For example, these antibiotics. If a Sahaja Yogi takes, he'll vomit. It is a real Sahaja Yogi. Whatever may be the quantity, whatever may be the quality. So many medicines he cannot take. So automatically you become like a Brahmin who avoids, no, not this. Then you won't go and have food in a place where there are people who are against Sahaja Yoga or who are not dharmic at all. You won't like it. I don't have to tell you that don't look at the women. You won't. You won't look at it. Automatically. Your eyes out of dharma will become steady. Nor will I have to tell women that they should run after men. Very few are like that who are struggling still. But most of you just drop all these bad habits and come to a state where you just automatically become dharma. Because when the Kundalini rises and occupies your brain, then you understand what is right, what is wrong. Through your vibrations, you will not take something that is not good. Food, you will see vibrations, is not good, you will not eat. Anything that is not suitable, you will just say no. I don't have to tell you, don't do this, don't do that. You will never kill anyone. You will never commit any sin. Automatically. I don't have to tell you, don't do this, don't commit this sin, don't commit that sin. Of course, if you are not yet a matured Sahaja Yogi, then maybe. But with maturity, I don't think you will take to wrong things. And you will enjoy your virtues. The things that are called our virtues are Vishnu principles. We say this man is virtuous. He is very limited. In the mundane language, he is virtuous, maybe he is good at drawings or something. Nothing more than that. But if you say virtuous, it means he is a Sahaja Yogi. Now Christ has gone so far that if somebody slaps you on your left cheek, you turn the right to that person. Now think of it, how subtly is gone. In patience and tolerance. Now think of the Christian nations which went all around the world and plundered. Spanish went to America, killed all these people there. English came to India, killed so many people there. Then some French also went to various African countries and finished them all. These are supposed to be Christians. By what means are they Christians? Not only that you have to not to aggress, that's not the only point. If somebody aggresses you, then you turn your another cheek to that person. This was said by Christ. Every commandment he has tried to bring down to the level of Sahaja Yoga. How the beauty of Sahaja Yoga will shine through you, and how you will express your spirit, which is in the Matthew's, I think, 2nd chapter, where the blessed are written down after that. It's clearly written down what you should be, how tolerant, how patient, how compassionate, how loving. It is remarkable how such a great incarnation of Lord Jesus Christ was brought to such a low level by Christians. They have no business to call them Christians. They are the greatest heathens I could think of. The way they have ruined their culture, everything. What about Islam? Islam, as in the Bible, Paul has done all the mischief. I don't know, he must be another Rakshasi. Islam also, Quran was written by a very horrible fellow. Muhammad Sahib never knew how to read and write, and there was one fellow called Muawiyah. Such a horrible fellow. He authorized Bible, just like Paul. In that he put the Shariat. Now Shariat was meant for Jeremiah, what do you say in English? Jeremiah. In Jeremiah has written that when Moses came, Adi Guru, he came with the message of 10 commandments from the hill of Tur. He found these Jews going into complete decadent society, which we see today around ourselves. And he was so angry that he said that for you these are the punishments. But this was Moses gave to Jews at that time, not for today. But the Muslims are using that left and right among themselves. And they have become so quarrelsome that they are fighting among themselves, and I think they'll kill each other and finish off. There is no dharma of love. There is no dharma of compassion. The one who is not a Muslim is to be killed somehow. And the one who is a Muslim is also killed, because any Muslim cannot change his religion. He cannot. If he's a Muslim, he's a Muslim. He has to die as a Muslim. If he tries to do anything else, he'll be killed. If he runs away from the Islam, he'll be killed. It's a prison. It's a prison. And in that prison, one has to live. You are not to question anything, you are not to ask for anything. The other day I was watching the Hajj, and there was one fellow from Sudan. He was really like Hitler, talking like Hitler. And I asked someone to translate it to Arabic. And he was just pouring poison. He was calling everyone as heathens. They have no truth with them. We have the truth. What sort of a truth you have? What good are you doing anywhere? What truth you have got? And he said all these nonsensical things that we should kill all those who don't have the truth, this, that. And I was looking at it. And a question came to me, he's saying all these things in my presence. I don't know what's going to happen to all these people. And second day there was a stampede of 30,000 people who had gone for Hajj. So these stupid people in charge of religion will kill all the Muslims this hour, finish them off, and think that we have achieved a lot. Then about the Jews. Jews have been waiting for a savior and all that. And they didn't like Christ. But they didn't kill Christ, I must say. They didn't kill. This was the idea of Paul, to put it. But the Jews never realized what the dharma is. Because Moses just gave them such a horrible chariot. They never realized. So they shut the Sharia dharma and said, with nothing doing, we will not. And they became extremely money oriented. Miserly, money oriented. They lend money to somebody. That fellow goes on paying the interest. Then he cannot pay. So they'll confiscate his house, sell it. They became very cruel people. And also licentious. Very cruel. So one Rakshasa called Freud was born in their society. Freud was a Jew. And people, you see, he understood what is the weaknesses of human beings are. And he was accepted in that stupid America, very much. So much so that they lost all sense of dharma. When he said all these nonsensical things about the mother, how could there be any dharma? Now they are writing downfall of Freudian empire, fraudulent Freud, and now there are so many books. As a result of this, what has happened is, because you were not so traditionally bound, and this kind of stupid religions came in the West, through these destructive people, you lost faith, lost complete faith. It's all right, go to church, come back home, what is there? He's talking like that. The priests, the mullahs and all these leading such a horrible life. Completely people lost faith. And when they lost the faith, they lost their personality. They lost the personality. And I am surprised how people follow fashions. As I told the other day, they followed fashions. Anybody says you should have skinhead, they'll cut off their hair. Tomorrow somebody says you cut your nose, they'll all cut their nose. You dress up like this, they will dress up like that. Say torn clothes, all right, torn clothes. One person starts it, that is the entrepreneur, and everybody follows. Traditionally, if you had found out that this dress suits you, should have kept to it. But these entrepreneurs, whatever they tell you, you take it. As if you have no brains, as if you have no capacity to understand. But for a dharmic person, he'll say, get lost. He won't. He won't change. Why should I waste my money? Accumulate all these nonsensical things. So when I started Saj Yoga, I was reluctant, but I told everyone that you better put some oil in your head. You can wash it next day, but in the night put some oil. Otherwise, after some time, I'll see all men bald-headed and women wearing wigs. I'm a mother, so I'm going to tell you the truth. With great difficulty, Saj Yogi like that. I said, you can wash it next day. It is necessary for you to have, it's a simple thing. Because the hair grow on oil, it's a very simple thing I told them that you do like this. And they would not agree. They would not change it. But thank God now some sense has come and they are doing few things Very few things are to be done for Sahajogis to get all right in their health and also in their wealth. They don't have to do much because they are standing in Dharma and they are in the kingdom of God. They are under the protection of Virat. But still, there are certain things you have to do. Certain things. I didn't say that don't smoke. You just gave up yourself. Alcohol, all these things, you gave up yourself. Because you have the light. And despite the fact that you come from a culture where there is no personality, people are like sheep, now you are not. Now you are individualistic. To be individual is impossible in the West because you must dress up the way everybody dresses up. If there are punks, you all move like punks. If the one woman has this kind of hair, you make the same style. Especially on the hair, I don't know why. Maybe it is the power of Virat. It acts mostly on hair. Then the clothes and everything, you have realized that chastity is a part of Dharma. It's not only women. It's not the chastity of women, but the chastity of men and women is their power, is Ganesha's power. This is the Dharma which you have accepted. I never told you anything, but you have accepted. And you have imbibed and you are enjoying. Now if they accept us as Dharma, what is so special? We are the only Dharma. The rest are all adharmis. They call themselves dharmic. They have no Dharma. Unless and until you have Dharma by which you get a balance, wisdom, you cannot ascend. But if you ascend even without Dharma, Sahaja is so great, I've seen people who were quite adharmic and all that, just got realization. If you ascend, then Dharma trickles down, they become Dharma. So many try to write to me about their past, I just tear it off, finished. Now you have become lotuses, why are you telling me about something I'm not interested? So once you get your realization, this is the best way, and I just thought of this. Especially when I saw the situation in the world that was coming in this Kali Yuga, I thought in this chaos, unless and until you raise their Kundalini, Dharma cannot be established. This, if I have done anything, I have done this, is to find out a method, mass, giving realization, and the problem will be solved. You don't have to tell them anything, don't do nothing, just think it. It was successful, I must say, very successful. Among you, I find my vision being established. Whatever concern I had, whatever worry I had about this Paris is over now, finished. I used to come 3 times in a year, and everybody would say, Mother, what is this? Why do you oblige them so much? So I said that this is the gate of hell, let me go. And now this has become the gate of heaven. So for us, not difficult to establish Vishnu principle, but to recognize that we have those. You see, suddenly I find Sahajogis become extremely humble and they don't want to know what they have. You can cure people, you are a Dhanvantar. You can give realization to people. All Vishnu principles are now awakened within you and you must utilize it. I wish we had Vishnu. Aega? Right? Vishnu Sahasra Naam aega? Now there are 1,000 names which I would not like you to say, but at least some names of Vishnu, if you can say, you will understand how this Vishnu principle is awakening. to such an extent that somebody said, Mother, no, I don't want to work in the public. I said, why? I don't want to have that ego back in me. They are so sweet. They are afraid of their ego being coming. No, 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 no. It won't come back now, because here sits the Vishnu as Virat. He'll look after. And you have that Vishnupad in yourself. So much could be said about it. But I think you should read the 1000 names of Vishnu. And you will know how many qualities you can have. May God bless you.
Mahamantras.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Thank you, Shri Mataji, for this beautiful meditation. Let us all bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Mother Kundalini, and put Bandhan. Let us meet again tomorrow morning, same time. Jai Shri Mataji.